Hi, my name is Yvonne Marie Irvin. I am the community educator for Mohawk Valley Community Action. I'm here to introduce some of the people that are going to give living testimonies. The testimonies you're about to hear are not paid actors or actresses. They are true and living people that live in the community. And they're giving heartfelt testimonies of how cutting CSBG would affect them, the lives of their children, their families, and our community. So I ask you that you would please listen, give them your undivided attention, and realize how important it is that if you cut these fundings, how it will affect the people of our community. So again, I say thank you for your time, and we ask you that you think about what you're going to do after you listen to these testimonies. Again, I say thank you.
Hello, my name is Jamie, and I'm here to talk about Mohawk Valley Community Action. It's an organization. Most people know about it. If you don't, well, they do a lot of things. Early Head Start, weatherization, help with rent, help with support. It's a lifeline for so many people that without it they would be in a sea of despair. I was one of those people, and without them I was lost. Head Start and Early Head Start, early intervention are instrumental for children. The only way out of poverty is through education. Without education, this world is going to be lost. Teachers, they need as much help. Our public school teachers need as much help as they can possibly get. Head Start and Early Head Start is fundamental to them because they help these children get ready to go to regular school. And that makes the public teachers' jobs a lot easier if these children already know the routines, they already know how to listen, they already know how to be social. This agency means so much to so many people. Not just me, not just my community, nationwide. I'm not going to find a better group of people in this world. The set of values that they have, the goals, their goal, to end poverty. What better goal is there in life than to end poverty? To educate people, to get them out of the situation that they're in, to get them to a better situation so that they can be productive. That's the whole goal. And that's all I have to say.
Hi, my name is Laura Dugal, and I am a grandparent of a 4-year-old little boy who is attending the Mohawk Valley Community Action Agency Head Start program here in Utica, New York, with my grandson. His mother and father were both incarcerated. I took custody of them to keep them out of the DSS system. And in order for me to be able to stay a productive member of this society and not go on the roles of the public welfare system, I had to have daycare. I had to have a structural place for my grandson to grow and to learn. And the Head Start program here has provided him with that. It's very emotionally detrimental to a child to have both of his parents gone because of their own doing. But with the Head Start program here, my grandson has learned that it's okay to where his mom and dad are. He has learned to have friends, to foster true friendship. He's learning that when he goes into kindergarten that he can tie his shoes. He knows his name. He knows his address. If you take away this money for these programs, what's going to happen is we're going to have an increase in the mental health services. We're going to have people that aren't getting their mental health services, that aren't getting their housing services. You're going to see an increase in crime. You have to consider the long-range goals. These programs didn't put New York State or Oneida County or the United States in an economic deficit. The leaders did. Your decisions. Well, now it's time to start listening to what the community wants, what the community needs, and we're letting you know that taking away this funding is going to be astronomical in the long run. It costs $271 per day to house an individual in Oneida County Jail. Since these funding and programs have been out, We've seen a decrease in the homeless population. We've seen a decrease in the number of visits at the local hospitals. We've seen a decrease in the population at our local correctional facilities. You take away these programs, you take away the help from these people who need it the most. All that's going to change. All that's going to change, and then where are we going to be? We need to start being proactive and not reactive. This has been a long time coming. This is not anybody's fault that needs these programs. I just want to let you know that please don't take our funding. Thank you.
My name is Russ Smith. I'm a retired carpenter. About 4.5 years ago, my wife and I took custody of my 3 youngest grandchildren when my daughter and her husband got themselves in trouble. It's been a number of years since we raised small children, and when it came time for them to go to school, we were able to get the oldest one, Dylan, into Head Start. And many of the things that have happened because Mohawk Valley, through Head Start, has laid the foundations for my grandson's success in his life. He is now 7 years old and in first grade. I have before me a number of awards that he won last year and this year. And without the early intervention that Head Start initiated, followed up on, guided me through, this would not have been possible. I would not have had the funds to do it. I would not even have known who to turn to get the help. Mohawk Valley Community Action and Head Start have provided guidance, direction, not only for my grandson and my 2 granddaughters now, but for me, my wife, and I have seen many, many other families have the same success rate, the same foundations laid before them. For the funding to be cut for this organization would be truly tragic. We talk about having gainful employment. We talk about having people who are better prepared to be better citizens of the United States. Let's give them the opportunity. Let's not start from scratch by throwing the money to people who haven't got the slightest idea what's going on in our local communities. Let's stick with the people who know what they're doing and are doing something very positive. I would ask that they would actually come out and see how this works. Attend a parent meeting. Talk to the teachers. Talk to the students. Just to understand what you're saying when you say we're going to cut funding to an organization that helps people, whether you're rural or urban. They help, they do the job efficiently, and they know what they're doing. I can't say much more than that. Without the help, these awards that are sitting in front of me would not be here. My grandson would not have the confidence and the abilities that he has. This is a trusted and true organization. Please do not cut their funding.
Hi, my name is Sharonica, and I am a Head Start parent. I actually didn't know about community action when I moved to the local area in 2006. So I struggled as a single parent to pay for child care for my daughter, who is now 4. And a friend of mine told me about community action. And when I went to the agency in my community, I've learned that not only does community action provide child care, Head Start services, they also provide services for low-income families who can't afford or who have some trouble paying for rent, paying for security deposits, or even some senior citizens who have issues with, getting help with insulating their homes. And they help me. They've done a lot for me. They have gotten me out of ruts that I was in by assisting me, not just helping me and not just giving me handouts, but helping me and assisting me and guiding me and walking me through everything that I needed to know about being a parent, about living in society productively. And I enrolled my daughter when she was 3 years old into the Head Start program. One of the best programs you could ever possibly be affiliated with. My daughter is now 4, and for her to come home and talk to me about George Washington Carver or Martin Luther King and several others, and sit down and enlighten me on what she's learned is like, you can't, that's just amazing. It's not even short of amazing. And I owe that all to community action. Of course, as a parent, we rear our children in the home. But what's most important outside of the home is where they are and who teaches them when I'm not in her presence, which is her teachers. Community action provides their staff, the parents, with all the education that they need to provide our children, my daughter. And I couldn't thank them enough. I was on the Policy Council, which is actually a parent board to community action. I was given the privilege to have a say in who teaches my daughter. I was given the privilege to have a say in how funds are used in the agency. You know, I may not have the final decision, but the fact that I had some say, that they listened to me, you know, it means that I helped make a difference in a lot of children's lives, not just my daughter. Community action provided so much that, I mean, like I said, it's overwhelming, the services that they provide. They've gotten me involved in the ARA grant. They provided me with training. They've given me so much for so little. And I am now a community action employee. It can't get any better than that. I am a prime example as to what they do for people. It started at the bottom, where I thought that it was the end for me. I didn't think that I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I couldn't see around the corner. They have given me so much that I'm, boy, oh gosh, can we stop for a minute? Mm-hmm. If you cut this budget, it doesn't just affect the community action employees. That's not what we're looking for. It's not just about the staff. The goal is the parents. The goal is the children. The goal is the community. That budget as a whole affects this entire community, the entire New York State, the entire world. I don't know what more we could ask of you, but not to cut this budget. To take a good look, just to sit down, and before you make any decisions, just to weigh out exactly what community action agencies across the board do for their local communities, how it helps. Again, it helps with, many people have said how it brings about a change when dealing with poverty. That's a war that we're all battling. It's hard. It's hard to live in a world where you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know if you have a meal for the next day. You don't know if your child has clean clothes. You don't know if your child even have clothes. The agency does all of that. It provides the help that a lot of parents need, a lot of single parents, single mothers, single fathers, grandparents. We need you to just, oh God. I don't know where I would be if it wasn't for community action. I don't know if I would be able to handle being a single parent if it wasn't for community action. And I just ask that you just truly take a look at what you're doing before you make that final decision. Look at how many individuals, how many families, how many children it could affect. And that's it.